Good morning, cousin, and welcome to our daily divination ceremony, where we're asking specifically, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? This divination ceremony is specially curated for neurodivergent, black sheep, cycle-breaking, queerdo witches. All right. The way that I go about this is different than what you're accustomed to because I only read for witches, and I refuse to engage with you as if you don't have access to the same information that I do. We're just interpreting it through the lens of our own perspective, and we are supposed to. And when we come together in shared spaces like this and share our experience and what we are receiving as far as information, we get more data. We're able to learn from each other. So this morning, we have a special dynamic. Not only did I just get bangs, but Ocean is our mod god today. And Ocean is down in the kitchen at Weirdbrook with several other witches, and they're all kind of listening in to this as well. So it's a little bit different for me. But we've got a house full at Weirdbrook. We've got a lot going on. We're just coming down off of the high of doing a really intense summer solstice ritual yesterday, which we will talk to you about and tell you about tomorrow when we do our podcast, when we do the live recording of our podcast, Wisdom in the Weave. And we'll tell you all about the big summer solstice ritual that we did and what our experiences were. And we're also going to be talking about the value of understanding perspectives and the role of how important it is to shift our perspective from that my life is happening to me to my life is happening for me, and all of the things in between. So we're going to be talking about that as well. Thanks, guys. Sarsaparilla cut my hair, actually. And I, for the first time in my whole life, I waited for someone to cut my hair. When I get an idea about something that I want to do to my hair, I usually just like do it. And so I actually waited for sarsaparilla, and I only have witches cut my hair, and I'm loving it. I think I'm going to go shorter though on the bangs because the autism is strong here, and anything like poking me in the eyeball is gonna drive me crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna get right to it because after we're done with this divination ceremony, everyone in the house is gearing up and heading out on the homestead, and we've got some really fun projects today. Ocean and I are gonna head up with a chainsaw to clear an access road so that we could do a crazy adventure with, um, with a bunch of witches, which is so much fun. We're gonna attempt to drive this. I call it a homesteading contraption because it's not quite a tractor, but it kinda is a tractor, but I think it only has, like, 3 wheels and this, like, strange seat on it anyway, so we're gonna drive that up the access road that Ocean and I are gonna clear to get the materials that we need, AKA logs, for the terracing that we're gonna be, doing, like, building a terraced, like, stairway, pathway to something. So I know. Should you do a protection spell? We're good. We got this. Ocean and I got this. We're gonna do so great. I'm not gonna stop you, but I think we're gonna do well. We're gonna do something. All right. I'm going to start by taking 3 deep breaths, and then I'm going to do the ceremony that I do to prepare my system, meaning my mind, body, and spirit for divination so that I can get the clearest message possible. All right. And then we're going to be pulling some tarot cards. If you want to participate in this divination ceremony, you are welcome to just grab whatever deck of tarot or oracle cards that you have a relationship with. This is something that would do well with bibliomancy as well. So if you don't have a deck of tarot cards or oracle cards, you could do that. If you don't know what bibliomancy is, it's very Googleable. So have fun on that rabbit hole. All right, let's do this. So start by taking 3 deep breaths. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space. For our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make a declaration of intention. What are we doing? Why do we call everyone here? I choose now, in this moment, to align with my whole self, to pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power, and I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour. Because I am home. All right, witches, let's do this. Before we get started, though, I have like a favor to ask of you, like a curious. I'm curious about something, right? We are learning how to show up in these online and virtual spaces. And from what we're learning, the more you interact in the live, whether you um, like it, you answer questions, or you make comments, as many comments as you can, uh, the more this live is going to be shared with other witches that are looking for community and looking for connection in spaces like this. So you will never be annoying by like interacting in the comments, even if it's just like an emoji or something. That's going to I'm curious to see throughout this live if you guys did that, interacted a bunch, like kind of went heavy-handed with it, is it is the algorithm really going to show this to more witches? And we can see by the count of how many witches are actually watching. So, you wanna play the game with me? Do you wanna play the game with me? Yeah, you're not talking way too much. It helps us a lot when you engage, not just with the lives, but with any content that we post, and by we, I mean, the other witches on the support team as well. The more you interact with that content, the more we're able to connect with others like you. What I don't think that you guys understand, I don't think you guys get it, that the witches on the support team, they have dedicated their lives to you, to making sure that you have the support that you need in order to get through this very confusing time in human history, right? Where there's so many of witches, so many of us that are waking up to this, recognizing that there's been a disconnection that has happened with our relationship with our lives. And so in returning to that, it's a really difficult process, especially when you're still having to engage with the big cappy pappy, right? And so we have dedicated our lives to helping you however it is that you need help. And we talk about it like that is that is our conversations that we have. The thing that binds us together as a coven is the fact that we want to connect with you. We want to build community with you. We want you to know that you're not alone. And we're going to talk a little bit about this in the podcast tomorrow as well, so that you can get kind of a glimpse into uh, our experience of you and how you are showing up for yourself. And yeah, I think it's important that you know this. So, all right, let's do this divination ceremony. Let's see where our attention needs to be. You guys can pop off in the comments. We'll see how many witches we can get in here. And again, it's where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice. Yeah, this summer foundations class, the crows are really impressive. You guys should know that. We talk about you and you're very impressive. So we talk about all of the foundations classes though, just so you know. I'm telling you, it's our mission in life to support you. So, all right, here we go. I'm gonna my glasses so I can read the prompt that's on this card because I'm going to read the prompt directly from the prompt that's on the card without influencing your interpretation, your initial interpretation of this, okay? We got the 8 of Wands upright. So this is the card, and I'm going to read it. You're busy, but this is a great thing. You're productive and making great strides. Strike while the iron is hot. Removing distractions and devoting yourself entirely to an activity or opportunity will propel you even closer to your goal. Be mindful of where your energy needs to be placed and use it wisely. And the reversed is you may think you have an idea or plan in mind, but you're trudging ahead too quickly. Don't rush into something head first. Be sure to finish a project before jumping to the next. You may also be experiencing some sort of delays despite having the energy and enthusiasm to get things going. Take a breath and try to find ways around those challenges without getting frustrated. Okay. Does anyone need me to read again? I'm going to read the upright again, just because we drew it in that order. You're busy, but this is a great thing. You're productive and making great strides. Strike while the iron is hot. Removing distractions and devoting yourself entirely to an activity or opportunity will propel you even closer to your goal. Be mindful of where your energy needs to be placed and use it wisely. Okay. Have I let you brew on it long enough? Are you brewing? Are you done? Are you ready for me yet? This card is could not be more of like a summer solstice card. Right, to represent the energy of for our the northern hemisphere witches, okay? We are not on the same page we're on anyway. For the northern hemisphere witches, it is a very, very busy time, okay? This is the 8 of Wands upright. So you're busy. You've got a lot going on. Okay. We've been talking about this big decision on choosing what to invest your time and attention into. We've been talking about how uh, we've been talking through the process of that decision, choosing to engage with the reality that you're wanting and your dream. Okay. So, what you want. So, you're doing that, right? And this card is saying, hey, you're doing that and things are going great. Now is a really great time to like, ooh, kick it into high gear because you got momentum, right? So, what are you going to do with this momentum? How do you know what to invest your attention, your time, and energy into? How do you know what is in alignment for that time and attention? Okay. So, we have been taught that we need to plan everything out, that to be successful, you have to plot your course and like stick to the plan, right? If you stick to the plan, then everything's going to be fine. That does not work for neurodivergent witches. Sorry to tell you, but it doesn't. We have this different relationship with the unfolding of our lives. Okay. And cultivating a relationship of trust with the unfolding of our lives is really, really important because we have a lot more help than we know, right? There's a lot more going on than what we're aware of. And when we accept that, what that looks like is you're going ahead. You're like, "Hey, um I'm gonna learn all of I'm gonna go to this primitive skills gathering, and I'm gonna learn all about basket weaving and, sleeping out under the stars," right? You're like, "I'm gonna pour my everything into this." But you've also got a bunch of other things so you've got a garden planted, you've got all of these other responsibilities as well, but you're really, like, wanting to do this thing, and you start and like your car breaks down and you like all of these things start popping up that um that are kind of keeping you from being able to do this thing that you think that is really important to do. And so sometimes when you start seeing a bunch of it seems like life is pulling you away from the thing, sometimes you got to listen to that. Sometimes you just gotta listen to it, right? If you're trying to do a thing and it's not compatible, things keep coming up, take a step back. Okay, what else is exciting? So if that's not the thing, then what is the thing? And this 8 of wands is kind of bringing the attention to that. You have like the momentum, right? You have the thing. The arrow is being shot. You are needing to find the path of least resistance so that you can take advantage of this momentum for your overall goal. Okay. So, and it might involve a lot of really quick decisions because you're in the momentum. It's not like you're waiting and aiming. You're all up in it right now. This is a time of like quick course corrections as you are getting additional information and not getting hung up on one thing or another thing, or being really aware of why are you hung up on this, right? If it's not working out, like why are you hung up on that? Let's put that momentum into something that is going to give you what you really want. Okay. So that's our highlighted card. Now we need to see what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's influencing our ability to see this clearly and make those quick decisions. Okay. The moon upright. So this is the card that we drew, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to put my glasses on, and then I'm going to read it. The moon is telling you that things may not be as they seem. You may also be experiencing mood swings, dormant insecurity, or instability. If you're waiting for an answer, then be prepared to wait. And the reversed is any underlying fears or negative energies you've been experiencing are washing away and you're beginning to find renewed confidence. Answers that you've been waiting for may be coming to you. The reverse moon may also mean that any secrets you have will be exposed soon. And I'm going to read the upright again because that's how we drew it. The moon is telling you that things may not be as they seem. Trust your instincts to see past these illusions. You may also be experiencing mood swings, dormant insecurity, or instability. If you're waiting for an answer, then be prepared to wait. So brew on that for a moment. What does that feel like for you? What does that feel like? This is great. I love all of this, guys. You ready for me? So I I'm gonna put this incense out because damn. All right. I associate this card, the moon, with shadow work. Go figure, right? Associate the moon a lot with shadow work because in my practice, I use the light of the full moon to illuminate the things that I may still have tucked in shadow, the stuff that I'm not aware of that's influencing my life. What the physical how this shows up is I experience catalyst in my life that brings up big emotions, right? That pokes those dark places. Uh, and so I tend to get more frustrated. I tend to um like overexert myself because right now you are in this like lots of movement happening, lots of stuff happening. And so these cards together to me say that in times of that are really fast paced, lots of quick decisions need to be made, course corrections while in the zone, that that's stressful on your system. Like even if it's going really well, right? Even if it's going really well, it's still a big sensory load. And when we are extended like that, that's when the moon kind of comes in. And that's when, the relationships that are closest to us start becoming strained because we have a shorter fuse. Our cup is so full, we just can't take any more. And so our darker parts, the parts of ourselves that we are not necessarily proud of, start coming up. For me, I have a fiery temper. Thank you, mama. Um, and I know this about myself. I know that when my cup is full, when I'm like stretched, I have a fiery temper, really short fuse. And part of navigating the fact that I have a fiery temper and a short fuse is I'm very mindful of my sensory load so that I don't pop off on those that I care about. And able to engage with that in a way that I'm proud of. If I were in denial of the fact that I have a fiery temper, then uh, I'd be like smearing that all over the place, right? So this is a um use this catalyst. You're frustrated. What are you frustrated about right now? What is poking at you, right? What's irritating to you? It's okay to look at those things, right? It's really, really okay to look at those things because um, they're present whether you're looking at it or not. And chances are those that are closest to you are the ones that are experiencing that. The moon is like in this way is if we talk about that fiery temper, right? I got a fiery temper. I admit I got a fiery temper. If I don't admit that I have a fiery temper, then my fiery temper is popping off because I am not doing what I need to do to support myself so that I'm not pushed to that, right? Okay? Um what I'm doing is looking to see if there's any more than this. Uh the moon is also about secrets, right? The secrets being revealed. And if you're in denial of the fact that you have a fiery temper, that secret is being revealed because you're stretched so thin. You're so busy. All right? So look at yourself with a really honest eye because there's no guilt or there doesn't have to be guilt or shame in this. Right? If we come back to this fiery temper that I inherited from my mama, it makes sense why my system responds that way to a lot of stress. I learned it. I learned it. And I, That's okay. I mean, I guess it's not okay if you're ignoring it and blasting everyone you care about with it, but it's important that you look at that because it's not as much of a secret as you think it is. Okay, here we go. That was a pretty good reading for the day. Reminder. I think that was really good. All right, I think we're done here. We can close out this working. I'm going to be back tomorrow and we're going to do the same thing, asking the same question. Where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? Today, if you find yourself irritated, if you find yourself being poked by something, look at it. Take a moment and ask yourself, why is this coming up? What's going on here? Because today is ripe for you to be able to work on that. Like you got fertile soil to look at this place. So it might be uncomfortable, but we can do uncomfortable things. Okay, so hand on your heart and take a deep breath. Let's close out this working. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun, to all who chose to bless this flow. We now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, witches. And until we meet again, remember that if you can't be good at it. All right. Goodbye.